Hi there, I'm here to talk about personal finance. Maintaining a healthy personal finance is very, very important, more important than we think because many people don't give much attention to it, and many people take a job and they don't have a thought of saving, a mind of saving money, and when some emergency happens later in life, they are kind of broke financially. So, first point, debt is not good. Taking a loan uh, from a bank or any other institution is not good. Any loan, if you have, first pay off your loans. It will be a heavy burden for you over time, and it will take much interest and much money out of you. And you can take loans in some cases where which can improve your life, or which can enable you, empower you to make a better career, or which can bring in more wealth or money into your life. Okay, like people can take loans for higher studies. After their studies they can get a proper job and they can pay off their loan back. Or maybe if you want to do a course or learn a skill and you don't have money, you can take loan. You through that, through knowing, learning that skill, uh, maybe you are implementing that skill learned and you are getting some money and you can pay off the loan. No, so in such cases taking a loan is good. You have a plan of repayment, how you are clear of how you will repay. Okay, but if I'm going to take a loan to buy an expensive mobile more than I need, like I may need a mobile of like 8,000, 10,000. If I'm going to buy iPhone for 60,000, 70,000, taking a loan, that's a bad loan. If I can be okay with a car of 7 to 8 lakhs, but I'm planning to buy a car of 20 lakhs, taking 12, 15 lakhs loan, that's a bad loan. Okay, these things we have to avoid. We have to be frugal, and we have to save more money, at least in the initial decade, initial 10 years. You plan to save at least around 25 to 30% of your income. That's a good thing to that's a good thing to start and to be continuous in saving. If you have loans already, and if you cannot save 30%, or if your salary is less and your expenses are more, try to cut out your expenses, or at least you can start saving 10% of your income, and slowly you can increase. Okay, don't uh, have any time where you don't save a part of your salary. Always save it. For saving there are many options. One is you put it in your bank, in your savings bank account. You get around 3% interest. Most people put it in FDs, which gives you 5 to 6% of interest at present. And yes, FD is a good option, but if you have much more money, don't put all your money in FDs, because the rate of interest which you have in FDs is low. Inflation rate is like 11%, 12%, and if you keep your money in FDs, actually you are losing 6 to 7% over time because of inflation. In PPF is also one good instrument where you can save, but it has a lock-in period of at least 5 to 6 years. I think from the sixth or the seventh year you can take portion of money every year, and the interest percent was high before. In 2015-16 it was 8.7%. Gradually it came down, and at present it is 7.1%. And it's compounding. You can actually invest monthly in a PPF scheme, and the interest or the amount which you will get will be tax free. Okay, that's a great benefit. So it is little better than FD. It has high lock-in period though. And apart from this, you have bonds. You can buy bonds. It gives better yields than FD. You have government bonds and corporate bonds. but you need to study, and then you need to select the appropriate bond. Okay. And you also have the option of investing in stocks. Many people invest, and around 90% people lose the money in the stock market because they don't they don't enter the stock market with proper knowledge. They just get some tips from their friends or some people online. They just do that, and they lose most people lose money that way. I would encourage, yes, stock market on an average can give you 10 to 15% if you are investing in the right stocks, which is like double of what you can get in FD. And but yeah, you need to learn and have a proper knowledge, at least the basic knowledge of stock market, and you can start investing in index funds, and also in there are like very good companies, blue chip companies like Asian Paints, Hindustan Unilever, Britannia, TCS, Reliance. So you can invest in very large cap, safe companies where you the risk of losing your money is less. uh, so these are some options to save, like savings bank, FD, PPF, investing in through bonds and stocks. And apart from this, always have some gold with you. Gold is a very important metal, and it appreciates over time very highly. And it is also be a metal which can save you at times of crisis, and it's advisable to have like 200 grams of gold with you. Like what happened is, many families during the COVID pandemic, many people lost job, their family didn't have much savings, so they had some gold. And they went to people like, Muthoot Finance or Manapuram Gold Finance. There are gold financing companies, even banks are taking gold, so they can keep their gold, they can mortgage their gold, and they can take some money for their living. Now those people who had gold, they had that buffer of, in a crisis time, they can pledge their gold, they can take some money and survive for some time. Okay. If you have 200 grams to 400 grams of gold, you can survive for at least a year. Similarly, you can have an emergency fund. It's very important, because you don't know, never know, there could be any emergency. Someone can get into an accident, someone can become a very ill person, uh, some disease could come, or there could be a sudden loss of job. So emergency fund, you can calculate, it could be different for different families or people. It's like you can generally calculate how much you are spending on an average in a month, and for 1 year or 2 years, you can make a calculation how much you need to live for 1 year or 2 years, and keep that fund as in your bank or a FD instrument, so that when some crisis happens, so you have gold, you also have emergency fund, so that will make you survive for at least 1 or 2 years. You don't have issue with that, and in that time of one or 2 years, you can find another job, or your situation will greatly improve and you can come back. So personal finance is very important. In summary, I'm speaking, there are always keep the habit of save money. If you have loans, pay it off soon, and don't take bad loans. And you have savings bank account, or FD, or PPF, or investing in bonds and stocks as options to invest and grow money. And final important point, have gold, have emergency fund which can save you during the time of crisis. Yeah, thanks for listening.